Welcome back to the channel. The Australian 1979 1-cent coin is a remarkable part of the country's decimal currency system, representing both artistic beauty and historical significance. Although small in value, it played an important role in the daily lives of Australians for more than 2 decades. The 1-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, when Australia switched from pounds, shillings, and pence to decimal currency. By 1979, it had become one of the most familiar coins in the nation, circulating widely in every household, shop, and school. On the obverse of the 1979 coin, we see the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait was used on Australian coins from 1966 until 1984, and it shows the Queen wearing a tiara, a symbol of continuity and royal authority. The inscription Elizabeth II Australia 1979 encircles the portrait, clearly marking the year of minting and linking the coin to its historical context. For collectors, this makes the coin an important part of Australian numismatic history. On the reverse side, the feathertail glider, a small marsupial native to Australia, takes center stage. This design was created by Stuart Devlin, the official goldsmith to the Queen, whose work brought Australian wildlife to life on the nation's coinage. The feathertail glider was an inspired choice for the 1-cent coin. Its small size and delicate beauty matched perfectly with the denomination's tiny canvas, showing that even the smallest coins could carry national character and artistic detail. Made of bronze with a composition of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, the coin had a reddish-brown appearance that set it apart from silver-colored denominations like the 5 or 10-cent pieces. At 17.65 millimeters in diameter and weighing 2.6 grams, the 1-cent coin was lightweight but durable, designed to withstand years of circulation. Many examples from 1979 still survive today in collections, coin jars, and family keepsakes. Millions of 1-cent coins were minted in 1979, meaning they were not rare at the time. However, uncirculated examples with full luster and sharp detail are now much harder to find, and proof coins from this period are especially prized by collectors. The 1979 1-cent coin represents a time when every denomination had real purchasing power. Small coins like these were used daily to buy sweets, pay for bus fares, or complete small transactions. Although the 1-cent coin was withdrawn from circulation in 1992 due to inflation and high production costs, coins like the 1979 issue remain a nostalgic reminder of simpler times. For many Australians, the sight of the 1-cent coin brings back memories of childhood, pocket money, and everyday life in the 1970s and 1980s. Its value may have been small, but its cultural impact was large. Collectors treasure the 1979 issue because it falls in the middle of the series, carrying both the Machin portrait and the classic feathertail glider design before later changes came to the obverse. Condition is key for collectors. Circulated examples are common, but high-grade coins with minimal wear are much more desirable. Error coins from this year, such as clipped planches or misstrikes, are rare finds that can add significant interest. The Australia 1979 1-cent coin is more than just a small bronze disc. It is a piece of art, history, and memory combined. Its place in Australia's decimal story ensures it will always have a place in numismatic collections. Even though it is no longer in use, the coin remains legal tender. Today, it is valued not for spending but for collecting, teaching, and remembering the everyday life of a past generation. Holding a 1979 1-cent coin is like holding a fragment of Australian history in your hand. It connects you to a time when small coins carried meaning and when artistry was placed into every denomination, no matter how small. For both beginner and experienced collectors, the Australia 1979 1-cent coin remains an affordable and rewarding piece of numismatic heritage. The Australia 1979 1-cent coin carries with it the legacy of a denomination that, although tiny in face value, played a very real role in everyday life. It was part of the decimal series introduced in 1966, and by the late 1970s, Australians were thoroughly familiar with this little bronze coin. The obverse portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin had become a common sight by 1979, reflecting both stability and continuity in coin design. Machin's effigy was admired for its simplicity and elegance, showing the Queen in a tiara, emphasizing dignity and grace. Surrounding the portrait, the words Elizabeth II Australia 1979 firmly root the coin in its national and historical identity. The reverse features the feathertail glider, a tiny Australian marsupial that captured hearts with its unique gliding ability. Stuart Devlin, the designer, ensured that the feathertail glider would live on in the memory of millions through its depiction on the coin. His work transformed small change into miniature works of art, bringing national wildlife into the pockets of every Australian. The choice of the feathertail glider reflected a sense of national pride, highlighting creatures unique to the continent. The coin's bronze composition gave it a distinct reddish-brown color, making it stand out from other denominations. Over time, the bronze coins developed darker patinas, often giving each circulated piece a unique character. At 2.6 grams in weight and 17.65 millimeters in diameter, the 1 cent coin was small but practical. Its lightweight size made it easy to carry, while its durability ensured it could survive decades of circulation. Millions of these coins were produced in 1979, making them one of the most common coins of their era. But as with all coins, survival in high condition is much rarer, especially in uncirculated or mint-state grades. Collectors value coins with sharp detail, full luster, and minimal marks, which are much harder to find from this issue. Proof versions, struck for collectors, are also highly prized for their mirror-like finish and detailed strikes. For most Australians, though, the 1979 1-cent coin was not a collectible at the time but a useful part of everyday life. It was used in shops, saved in jars, or traded by children in schoolyards for sweets or small toys. This everyday use gave the coin deep cultural and nostalgic value that continues today. Even though the 1-cent coin was officially withdrawn from circulation in 1992, many Australians still remember it fondly. For some, it was their first introduction to money, pocket change, and savings. The 1979 issue represents the heart of this era, sitting firmly in the middle of the denomination's production years. It came well before the end of the series, but after the decimal system had firmly taken hold in the nation. This makes the 1979 1-cent coin a representative piece of ordinary life in late 1970s Australia. Its continued popularity among collectors proves that even low-value coins can become highly meaningful. The coin also provides an educational link for younger generations, teaching them about inflation, decimalization, and historical coinage. By 1979, the value of the 1-cent coin was already starting to be reduced by inflation, though it was still functional. In the following decade, however, its use would decline further until its eventual withdrawal. Collectors today look back at the coin as an important part of Australian numismatic heritage. Every circulated example tells a story of the hands it passed through and the lives it touched. Some were carefully stored, while others were spent countless times until they wore smooth. For advanced collectors, varieties and era coins from 1979 provide an exciting challenge. These may include off-center strikes, die cracks, or other minting mishaps that make a coin unique. Era coins often carry higher values because of their rarity and curiosity. The 1979 1-cent coin also illustrates the artistry of Stuart Devlin, whose designs continue to be admired worldwide. His ability to balance beauty with practicality ensured the coins could endure years of use while remaining recognizable. Similarly, Arnold Machin's portrait provided continuity for nearly 2 decades, cementing itself as a familiar image. This combination of designs makes the 1979 issue both historically and artistically significant. It also represents an era when coinage was more than just money, it was a cultural expression. For families, the coin now serves as a keepsake of memories, often found tucked away in jars or boxes. Rediscovering a 1979 1-cent coin can bring back vivid memories of childhood and simpler times. Though common in its day, the coin now feels rare because it no longer circulates. This change from everyday object to collectible treasure adds to its appeal. The coin embodies the transition of currency across time, from utility to heritage. It is a reminder of the importance of preserving everyday items for the future. Holding a 1979 1-cent coin today is like holding a fragment of history, art, and culture combined. Its small size belies the richness of the story it tells about Australia in the 1970s. For collectors worldwide, it is proof that even the humblest coins deserve appreciation and care.